Hello and welcome to the Somerville College Chapel. My name is MONTY SHARMA and I am the chapel director. Our college is slightly different to others in that we are proudly non-denominational. And a result of that is that we do not have a chaplain but a chapel director responsible for overall care and management of the space. The beautiful building in which I'm standing was donated to us by a former student of Somerville, Emily Georgiana Kemp. She has written many books which capture her thinking at the time and the principles which were at the center of her life. Outside the chapel, you would see inscriptions that translate to a house of prayer for all peoples. Now, it wasn't divine intervention which influenced Emily's thinking at the time, which was non-denominational, and deep curiosity of many religions around the world, but it was her travels in Far East Asia that allowed her to have exposure to many different cultures. As an example, in her book, The Face of Manchuria, Korea, and the Russian Turkestan, she talks about a mosque, which she feels is built exactly like a Buddhist or a Taoist temple, providing for both boys and girls at the time. She also traveled to Shanxi province, where she observed faiths of patients who came to a mission refuge to try and get out of their opium addiction. For me, and for the college, Emily Kemp was the embodiment of that interfaith appreciation, which is highly relevant in today's times, and frankly essential. I'm sharing all of this with you as it is my sincere hope that all of you would take inspiration from a student who came here many decades ago and appreciated back then what we need to practice now. Somerville is a place of faith and doubt. In today's times, you simply must have the courage to confidently doubt your own beliefs. No matter how religious, spiritual, liberal, or conservative, I cannot emphasize enough that when you question your strongest beliefs, you're not making a compromise or bowing down to the other side. If you are right, then doubting yourself without hesitation leads to further increasing your confidence in your own beliefs. If, however, your beliefs aren't quite in line with the reality, then doubting yourself would help avoid a potentially embarrassing situation. Without doubt, you do not know the bounds of uncertainty inherent in your beliefs. Therefore, you must always question, but you simply cannot know what are the right questions to ask if you do not have the patience, courage, and the open-mindedness to listen to those you disagree with. I say this because until the age of 17, I was in India into a Hindu family. But my first school was a Catholic school. And later in life, some of my closest friends were of Islamic and Jewish faiths who were open-minded enough to allow me to question their beliefs, which not only helped me better understand their religion, but also allowed them to see their own faith from a different perspective. More recently, I spent some time with Buddhist monks in Ladakh, which is in North India near the Chinese border. Thousands of feet above the sea level, I learned from Buddhist monks what I couldn't have learned sitting in my cubicle in Oxford. Therefore, it is my greatest hope that you would use your time at Somerville to develop your faith, but also have the courage to confidently have doubt. In addition to being a non-denominational space hosting our choral contemplation events, where speakers are welcome from all faiths and religions or otherwise, our chapel is also the center of our college's well-being related activities. Now, you would have received a term card where we talk about our programs for yoga tutorials, meditation sessions, and Tai Chi. A heavy user of the chapel is the college's wonderful choir, which is led by the Director of Chapel Music, Will DAWES. I'm sure you read about Will's impressive background in my letter to students, but today I'd like you to be introduced to Will himself, who will talk about music and his vision for the rest of the year.
Hello, I'm Will. I'm the Director of Chapel Music here at Somerville. I've been part of the college for about 4 years now, and during that time we've worked really hard to diversify the music list. Many Oxbridge College Chapel choirs sing music by dead white men, and we're doing our best to do something rather different. So the music here, whilst we can perform things like the Bach John Passion and the Macmillan Miserere, they also sit side by side with arrangements of Imogen Heap's Hide and Seek and Solitude by Duke Ellington. Everybody has a different reaction to music. It's amazing how sound waves travelling around can come into your ear and provoke such different emotional responses. We hope that our performances within the chapel give you reason to think about other things that you might not have thought about, or put you in a state of mindfulness, or put you at ease, or get you excited for what's to come during the following week. During our regular Sunday evening events, you won't just hear choral music within the chapel. Obviously there's the readings and talks from the speaker as well, but you will also hear organ music and sometimes piano music as well. If you're really lucky, you might also hear other instrumental music. We're really blessed at Somerville to have some very exceptional instrumentalists and give them a great opportunity to perform to various people. I hope this video has given you a brief introduction to the chapel and contemplation that takes place each Sunday at 5:30. Whether they're in person in the chapel or online via YouTube, I really hope you'll come along, have a listen and set yourself up for the week.